Red button. Full screen. Oh, it's on. Shit. I didn't clap. I'm tired. Hello, my name is Shantel from Shantel's Probably Sorry. If you want to skip my introductory comments, the time the reaction starts is in the description. I actually don't really have introductory comments because I haven't edited 405 or 404, so... And besides, I think I said everything I wanted to say in those anyway. So this is Black Mirror Season 4, Episode 6, called Black Museum. I have heard that this is the best episode of the season, and I think it might be a controversial one. I don't know anything about it. I do hope it's not very emotional, because it's been an emotional day for myself, and if I am confronted with emotion, I will cry. When in normal circumstances, I would not. I saw something in the description about crimes against humanity. I don't know. I just briefly read the description when I was watching Season 4, Episode 5. I kind of want to talk about the artistic choice for 405 to have us not see Bella slice her own neck, but I'm fine. Honey? No. No. This is starting right off. It's only been like, what, 2 minutes? And, wow, that's fast. Okay, never mind.
She on the road. So you're on vacation?
I saw the girl from White Bear.
Authentic criminological artifacts. If it did something bad, chances are it's in here. Take a look around, take your time, see what pops out at you. Anything piques your interest, I can tell you all about it.
And that.
There's a sad, sick story behind most everything here. Rush behind the curtain, hardly even an eyeball. This step.
Yes. In here.
Part of it, I guess.
You see us to shit the bed. Sorry for the heat.
I feel like
Authentic.
I feel like the AC not working. I feel like the digital system not working is just gonna come back to haunt them or bite them in the ass. That's a B.
Criminological artifacts.
And
If it did
Archangel.
something bad, time, see what
the
pops out at you.
from.
Anything piques your interest, I can
And that's
tell
from
you
White
all
Bear,
behind most
USS
everything
Callister.
here. Just like our main attraction was.
Was that the yellow bear from Metalhead? Probably not. Those bears were yellow, by the way. It was shot in black and white, so they looked white, but no, they were yellow bears. And the bathtub was from Crocodile, I think.
Folks with no coverage signed up for free health care in exchange for consenting to occasional experimental treatments. I work for the guys up top. Rolo Haynes from the 10th floor. Seems you've been having some problems.
His voice sounds like Wentworth Miller. Captain Cold.
I'm gonna step onto that ship and pretend like this conversation never happened.
Son of a bitch was experiencing male and female orgasms at the same time.
Have fun with that. That's fun. Wait, no. I said that was fun. I said that has to be fun because male orgasms and female orgasms are different. Female orgasms last longer. They can have multiple orgasms in a short time frame, and it's more of a whole body experience, whereas a male orgasm usually lasts for a shorter length of time and is, I believe, kind of restrained mainly to the genital area. That's why I said that has to be fun. But I'm going to stop talking about orgasms now, because there's more I know, but we don't have to talk about it.
See, it's like eating chilies.
I love eating chilies.
Fast. First time you had a jalapeno, bet you spat it out too hot. But persevere, and it becomes addictive.
It does.
Addictive and Scotch bonnet devil.
I love Scotch bonnets.
Its craving was just the same. Cut here, and gouge there. I mean, the guy was a doctor. He knew how far he could go without it getting fatal.
Oh my goodness. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, God.
The fear accompanying each sudden jab of agony. He'd come to appreciate that, too. It went with the pain.
You bred a sadist.
like red wine and steak. You need a volunteer.
Volunteer. By volunteer, you mean not a volunteer? Doesn't much look like he's volunteering to me, dude. Not the yellow bear from Metalhead. Okay. I recognize her from where?
Okay.
I've seen her
I think it's the
before.
lace in the background.
I knew.
Carrie gets hit by a truck. Winds up in the universe. She sees what you see. She feels what you feel. She can live again.
Feels as in...
You got a little boy.
Disaster waiting to happen.
How long was I on pause?
Just a few weeks. I'm sorry. I know, I'm sorry. I felt really bad, so, I got you this.
Time passed by. Jack got it on with the neighbor.
I wrote it down to say at the end. I'll just mention them. I'm going to talk about it at the end. As soon as I heard about this whole digital consciousness transfer, I was like, that is a horrible idea, because that's like a decision for the now. And I mean, they both agreed to it. Carrie wanted it and Jack wanted it. There wasn't enough time to think on it, because from the second I heard that, I was like, okay, but then what about when he lives his life and meets women, and what about when Parker gets older?
Oh, monkey. Keep saying it.
The
You
monkey.
can put her in here.
It's not even a bear.
It has a consciousness receptor.
Oh.
Not the one we put in your head, but...
I say yes.
Bitch, it's not your decision.
Yes. Fucking bitch. We can still have you wet. Is that what you want?
That's not funny. It's just the way she's gripping the monkey, and I know the monkey has haptic sensors or whatever. It's just... I'm thinking of it as an actor. The monkey. It's not even funny. I'm so sorry.
Parker got tired of his new toy. But that's kids. They're ingrates.
The monkey needs a hug.
Oh. Listen, I gotta warn you, he's not the man he was. That's kind of a pathetic figure. But don't feel too sorry for him. He is a convicted murderer. He's actually looking at you. Look out. Maybe you're his type.
So real.
There's something a little bit suspect about the way she was looking at the prisoner. I'm just saying.
I can help. I can help your family.
Oh my god.
How'd you talk him into it? Wasn't there some doubt? You know that documentary?
Fake news. Hatchet
What
Joe.
about the DNA tampering?
Seriously? Pulling the lever yourself? Now that's an attraction. Hey! 3, 2, 1.
Take a seat if it makes it easier.
Okay.
Sit down. I'm not fucking British. They just moved on to the next viral miscarriage of justice they can hang a hashtag off of. But it did their job, right? This place is on the shit list. So if someone shows up, some closet, race-hate rich guy with a hard-on for power, and he slips you some extra for a longer term of a crank, then take it. She stood on his spot, saw what you had done to him. Hey, God knows if he even recognizes me. Happy birthday. film it, right? I'm sorry. Stupid digital AC.
Wow.
Easy to hack.
I mean, I knew that as soon as like
Never
he started.
accept drinks from strangers. Congratulations. You're a pioneer.
What the fuck did you do? You fucking bitch! You fucking bitch!
In other news, you'll shortly be undertaking another first. The first double-decker mercy killing.
No.
I took off the 10-second limit so Daddy will get a full hit of juice. Should be enough to set him free. You, however, always on, always suffering.
Fuck! No!
My daddy.
You. I like you.
How'd I do, Mom? All good?
Just great, honey. I'm proud of you.
Aw, thanks.
Oh my god. You'll always be a part of me. Well, I guess I'll talk about the episode first. I really liked it. In fact, I was actually tempted to watch it a second time before filming my outro comments. That would probably be my favorite one of the season because that's the only one I immediately wanted to watch again. And I think aside from all the subject matter that was in the episode, out of all the episodes of this season, it is the one that most closely resembles a Black Mirror episode to me. I said that during this video I'd probably rank the episodes, but one of the things I was going to end up saying about this season is that not that I'm disappointed, but I think I may have expected more. Just because, to me, almost every episode I watched reminded me of another Black Mirror episode. And by that I mean, when I watched season 1 and when I watched season 2 and season 3, it's like each episode was something completely new that in no way resembled one another. It's like each episode was a new experience. With this season, it was like, oh yeah, this seems pretty much like The Entire History of You or San Junipero for 404. Even that, in its format, was like White Christmas, the Christmas special, but that was it. It was just the format that reminded me of another episode, not the actual content of the episode. There did seem to be a big theme in this season about digital consciousness, or consciousness being separated from the body. Wasn't that in a few episodes? Yeah, multiple episodes of this season we saw that. So we have a girl who is driving. She stops at a gas station. She sees the Black Museum. And it's funny because when she said, like, because she says that before she goes in, I was like, that sounds like you know, like, it stuck out to me. I'm not sure if I laughed at it or not, but it did stick out to me as though she had heard of it before and kind of knew what she was about to walk into. The owner, the proprietor, takes her through these tours, and first of all, the subject matter of the tours I was really wrapped up in. I enjoyed the technology they explored. Again, with I think each story I was like, wow, that sounds not like a great idea. Speaking of, Charlie, the guy who writes this show, said that he got the pain story, I saw it in the credits, from Pen something. The story about being addicted to pain came from someone else, or was inspired by someone else who had wrote a similar story. Actually, the implant storyline was alright until, you know, his implant got messed up and he became addicted to pain. I was very much wrapped up in the experiencing or transferring physical experiences storyline. I was also quite wrapped up in the having another digital consciousness in the back of your mind storyline. And it's Black Mirror. I should have known that all of these storylines were going to come back around to connect, similarly to the White Christmas, the Christmas special. Because again, it was a format that was similar. You know what's funny? So when I saw that the digital, you know, AC system wasn't working, I was like, they put that in the episode. And the thing I don't write all the time. I more often write poems and stories, but I do write stories, and I have taken writing classes. And one of the things I've always heard from my writing teachers is that you don't put in a detail unless it's needed. The detail that you put in, if you decide to put in that the AC system isn't working in the way that they did, they paid attention to that. Putting in a detail like that and focusing on a detail like that, you don't do it unless there's going to be a follow-through. So I'm like, okay, something's going to happen involving the AC. And then also, when she saw the guy, I was like, she's looking at him like she knows him. Like, there's something really suspicious about the way she's looking at him. And then when she brought up the documentary about evidence tampering, it was obvious that she was involved in him. I was thinking that maybe it was his granddaughter or something, because I wasn't really super aware of the timeline. But I was like, if he had a child, then maybe that child would have had a child. But it turns out that was his child. I definitely didn't expect the mom to be in the back of there. But speaking of someone being in the back of there, we did see a lot of other episode references. We always get Easter eggs in episodes, like tiny Easter eggs, like in Shut Up and Dance, when the CEO is reading her email. On the side, we see how the Prime Minister is getting divorced, and we see something for cookies up top. The Prime Minister from the very first episode. Like little Easter eggs and references to other episodes, because it is a shared universe. It's just none of the stories interact with each other until that Black Museum episode. We saw the bees, the bathtub, the tablet from Archangel. Can't remember what else, but we saw it all. When the comms were brought up, how Carrie was communicating, I was like, oh, it's nice to see the comms and how the comms work. Because when they brought up the comms in San Junipero, that Yorkie was, talking from, I thought the comms was like a walkie-talkie or something that allowed her to speak from inside her brain, but no, it's more like yes or no. And I didn't know that until this episode. Comms stuck out to me because it's something I'd seen before, and that gave me more answers about something I'd seen before, as well as this information about cookies that brings more information to something I'd seen previously. Before I go back to the episode, there are more happy endings, like for example 404 and 401. Until San Junipero and kind of Nosedive in the last season, because last season Charlie was like, I kind of want to switch it up a little bit. But until last season, every single episode ended in a very bleak manner. We had Nosedive that had a little bit of hope at the end, and then San Junipero was the only one that had a happy ending, so to speak. And then I'm saying that we're getting more happy endings here in 401 and 404, but then again 404 is very San Junipero reminiscent. I don't think I'm going to expound on the bad decision making. It's just, I guess I already said it, is that as soon as I heard about him having another conscious in his brain, I was like, oh no, that's a horrible idea. But in their moment of desperation, they're like, oh, it's a great idea. But it's like, it's having someone in your head constantly seeing everything you do. There's no privacy, and things aren't always going to be the way they are now. And I don't think either of the characters thought of that before. They were just like, yeah. But at the same time, when you have the opportunity to, I guess, live on, you take it, right? But I just thought that's not a good idea. Back to the episode, I actually felt a little stupid that I thought that she was a part of his family, because I was like, oh my god, like, she's looking at him a certain way. Is she actually related to him? Then I said it, and I felt stupid. And then it turned out to be correct, and I was like, oh, wait a minute, holy shit. And then this episode is kind of a conversation starter for less of the idea of implants and the digital consciousness being transferred to someone else, more so prison, death row, the prison industrial complex, even if you wanted to go there, as well as race in the prison system. I'm not saying I'm going to talk about those things. I'm saying it's a conversation starter for those things. I really did enjoy that episode. In fact, I didn't even write down much to say. But I was really, really wrapped up in it. I just feel like I was just blank-faced the entire time. Wow, they fit all of that in an hour? I felt like I was watching like a 2-hour thing. You know, I feel bad for Carrie. She's still in there. Oh my god. Imagine being stuck in an inanimate object. Oh god, just trapped as a prisoner, as an observer to the world. I almost cried when she, I don't even know if the name that she gave was real. She was talking about the inhumane treatment that her father was getting. And actually, that's another thing. Seeing the Weather Girl killer in both the story about the pain addiction and the story about the digital consciousness, I knew that there was going to be something brought back around to that. But I did almost cry. But even though that episode was meant to be dark, and I did feel not great while watching some parts of it, I felt good at the end. So I may or may not have more of these type of comments. Maybe I'll watch it again and see if I missed anything, and I'll put it here. So I'm here because I said I would rank the episodes. I would like to say, now that I've edited the body, that the whole episode makes sense. Like rewatching it and hearing her say, yeah, I'm here as like, you know, a surprise for my dad, it's his birthday, and like knowing that it was his daughter as opposed to guessing that they were related, which is what I did, and then I doubted myself heavily. But I've ranked the episodes. It's a very subjective list. It's not best to worst. It's more so which one was I most wrapped up in and which one was I least wrapped up in. So again, this isn't, oh, I thought this was the best episode. This is more so, I got really wrapped up in this episode as opposed to this episode not interesting me. So the first episode, as expected, Black Museum, definitely my favorite episode. Now, the second and third were really close. If I were to have rearranged, no. It is this way. The second and third on my list are practically in the same tier, but my second is USS Callister. My third is Hang the DJ. And then, like my second and third being in the same tier, my fourth and fifth are in the same tier. And when I say in the same tier, it was hard for me to place them. I know that these belong here, but in which order do they belong? My number 4 is Crocodile. I'm not sure if that's my number 4 or my number 5, but oh well, it's there. I think it is number 4 because I was intrigued by the Recaller at least. I liked the Recaller. 5, Metalhead. And I've already posted my reaction for that. And I've heard that a lot of people don't like Metalhead. And that's fine. You don't like it, it's fine. You do like it, it's fine. I'm not the one to say you should like it or don't like it. I just know what I like and what I don't like. What I've seen commonly is that the people who don't like the episode don't find it very Black Mirror-like. And yeah, it's pretty different from the usual format of Black Mirror. However, I've known since season 3 that Charlie was going for a new thing. So I know to expect whatever comes. San Junipero was the first episode he wrote of season 3 because he was trying to branch out into a new feel for Black Mirror. Metalhead was supposed to be about the idea, what if you were up against one of these things? What if you were being hunted by one of these things? And that doesn't appeal to everyone. They want nuance and twists and nothing so direct. However, Metalhead, I think, for me, wins the whole season aesthetically. Not just because it was shot in black and white, but the location, wherever it was shot at, there was great care taken into the artistic direction of Metalhead. And so I think I would rank Metalhead aesthetically above every single episode. And then number 6 is Archangel, which is disappointingly the first one I watched. And I was like, oh, is the whole season gonna be like this? And it's not that Archangel was bad. Again, it's just, it felt rehashed, I guess. A few of these felt rehashed actually. But I mean, hey, Archangel was very familiar to me. Crocodile was very familiar to me. Hang the DJ was supposed to be kind of a San Junipero type thing. Very familiar to me. And that right there is like half the season. I guess like the video if you liked it. You can check out my channel playlist or description to see what other shows I watch and subscribe if any of those things interest you. Thank you for watching. And I guess that brings me to bye. Hello, my name is... Where is Black Mirror? Oh, it's right here. So this is Black Mirror. Metalhead was about... Oh, did I just eject something? I did.
Fear. The amygdala.
I just briefly watched the description. I just briefly... Hey, get out of the dog treats. Black Museum, USS Callister, Hang the DJ. There are 3 more episodes. Archangel goes at the bottom. Because when they brought up the comms in San Junipero, AC not working is... Or the digital system not working. Get out from under my feet, sorry. 15 million merits. I'm saying it's a conversation. But as a very subjective experience, you can check out my you can check out my channel playlist. Why did it take me to nosedive? So the logical jump from 406 is 301. Why wouldn't it take me to the pilot? That's odd. I don't want to watch Nosedive right now. Thanks, though. I can't believe I just sat here for 15 minutes and didn't actually think about what I was going to say for my outro comments. I'm a horrible human being. As opposed to guessing that they were related, which is what I did, and then I self-doubted myself. Self-doubted myself? Wait, to the digital system AC being... Thank you for watching, and I guess that brings me to... Bye. My feet are cold. Ugh.